Like
hating this person is the normal feeling to have, okay? He is narcissistic. He is a moron. I mean, he's charismatic on camera for sure, but like hating this person does not mean you're deranged. Not hating him and loving him, I think, is a higher indication of derangement. He does nothing for anyone. Everything he does is just for himself and maybe some crumbs for like some of the most racist motherfuckers out there.
all of the costs in California. You talk about all of the people that are flowing and destroying life.
Yeah, Trump is a simple man. When it happens to me, it's bad. When I do it to others, it's good and perfectly valid.
Right around
I mean, he demonstrated this when he talked about how the government's coming after him for like misrepresenting a bunch of classified documents that he had kept. Okay, and he literally said it's bullshit that they're coming after me, but it's actually good that they're coming after Joe Biden, and they should throw the book at Joe Biden and maybe even throw him in prison.
Under law.
Well,
But-
you know, it's interesting. You watch the same clips as I.
Are you going to get rid of the Tesla and the Starlink service that you have here at the White House?
No, I haven't heard that. I mean, I may move
You all right,
Tesla
Chatter?
around a little bit, but I don't think we'll be doing that with Starlink. It's a good
You good?
service.
Where are you going to move
We
it
need
to?
a Hassan Diddy collab.
Move it
You
around.
fucking
What do you
all right?
mean?
Your
I have a
brain's
lot of
good?
locations.
Actually,
And I think it's time for us to celebrate a little bit.
That's crazy.
We got a lot of victories. We won 2 world wars.
That's crazy.
And then we go out and change the name
That's
of the forts
crazy.
where
That's
we won the
crazy.
wars.
It was
You know,
Victory Day
we
is
win world
primarily
wars
for the
for
USSR.
Robert E.
Okay,
for
come on,
Fort
come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on,
all
come
the
on.
different forts.
It's for the
What do we do? We
partisans.
change the name
It's
of
for the
forts
Resistance
because we
Networks,
wanna be
and it's for the fucking
politically correct.
USSR. Get the
So
hell
I-
out of here,
and we're
dude.
changing back. You probably noticed Fort Bragg and others, but I think it's a time to celebrate our military. You know, we've rebuilt our military largely, little low on ammunition. That's because we have the greatest military in the world. Nobody can beat us as long as we have.
So
our
I
right
think I
leadership,
legit have Trump
nobody can
derangement
beat us.
syndrome.
We have stupid people
Brother, that's
running it. Like,
hating this person is the normal feeling to have. Okay, he is narcissistic. He is a moron. I mean, he's charismatic on camera for sure, but like hating this person does not mean you're deranged. Not hating him and loving him, I think, is a higher indication of derangement. He does nothing for anyone. Everything he does is just for himself and maybe some crumbs for like some of the most racist motherfuckers out there. He is sicking the Gestapo on community members simply to prove a point, simply to offer a little bit of simply to basically get the most racist motherfuckers in America to feel better about their position in society, so they do not redirect their anger and resentment that they feel towards all of the real pressure points in society that's like harming them, capital owners, their bosses, their landlords, and the like, and keep up the attention on white supremacist values. That's it. Like the number of people that he is actually hyper focusing on is marginal, is tiny. And in an effort to get those people excited and get those people galvanized, he's casting fucking millions of people into the fire. Of course you're going to hate this guy. And he's doing it in the sweatiest way possible, too.
people come in by the millions who are overrunning your hospitals, your education system, and your police. Your police are being overrun. Look at what's happened. He should only be happy I sent in the military, because if I didn't send them in, you would have had a problem there, the likes of which we haven't seen in a long time. Yeah, please. Thank you, Brian, very much.
On supersonic flight.
Supersonic
Yes,
flight.
sir. I know you just signed an executive order
Right.
on it. Do you want to see a supersonic Air Force One in the next 10 years or so?
Oh, well, I don't care too much about that, but I would like to see, you know, if you think about it, flight, the word flight's an interesting word, but it's probably the only category.
The word
where
flight
we've
is an
actually gone
interesting word?
backwards, because we used to have the Concorde, and we could fly to London, Brad, very quickly, and nicely. And today it takes you 2 times and 3 times as long. It's the only thing where we've regressed. By the way, the Concorde, to my way of thinking, to this day, Michael, because you're very much into aesthetics, I know, but to this day was one of the most beautiful pieces of art I've ever seen. It was a piece of art, the beauty of the Concorde. It was the most beautiful plane, but it was.
Okay, he's not wrong about the Concorde. Low-key. Concordes were pretty sick. But they were incredibly expensive, and part of the reason why I'm fairly certain the part of the reason why, first of all, they weren't American. I believe it was French, but Concordes are dope. The issue is that they were very expensive. They were not profitable, and then they got shelved.
To do supersonic, get us back on the track. I mean, think of it. 30 years ago, we actually had planes that flew much faster than we do now.
What?
It
Shit like this is why I don't understand why you think he's charismatic at all. So I think he's King Yapathon. Yeah, I mean, it's like Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate has good camera presence, okay? He is a serial sexual assaulter and sex trafficker. But he also like, it's okay to recognize when someone who is a despicable, monstrous piece of shit has decent camera presence. And the reason why I say that is because it helps you understand what their appeal is. Okay? If you want to detangle the networks of influence that exist online, especially on the right, you have to recognize like what are the aspects of value that they present. What are the things that they say and do? It doesn't have to appeal to you, but it's still important. It's still important to recognize why people like them.
We would have saved billions of dollars as opposed to building this monstrosity that's going up. And I've never seen anything. You know, I've seen cost overruns. I'm a person, I've always done well on cost overruns. I don't have them. But I will tell you, I've never seen cost overruns. You see them where they're 20% more, 50%, 100% more. These are thousands of percent. Nobody even knows. They have no idea. And it was supposed to be from San Francisco to Los Angeles. Well, they just made it way outside of Los Angeles. It's stopping in the middle of, I don't want to say nowhere because I happen to like one of those little cities very much, but it's way short of the destination. And our government is saying, you know, why are we involved in this thing? It's been handled so badly. Before him, but he really blew it. So, you know, all right, one more question.
Had there and the purpose of that retreat, your time at Camp David.
On a what?
Your time at Camp David. Can you speak to what discussions were had there and the purpose of that retreat?
Well, I don't want to speak to discussions. I mean, I told you what we were there for a little bit. We had discussions on many topics. We had a group of people, large group of people, including generals and admirals and lots of others. And all I can say is our country's in great shape. We're in great shape economically. The bill that Mike and Jason and all the people are working on is going to be, I think, amazing. I think it's going to be one of the most important pieces of legislation we've ever had in this country. It's going to do things that you wouldn't believe. We're going to, you know, I have a very simple phrase. We ran an election on very simple words: make America great again. That's what we're doing. We're making it great. We're making it safe. We're making it beautiful. And we're making it very wealthy again. You know, wealth is okay. You need wealth to take care of lots of other people. We have to make our country better. It has to heal from 4 years of abuse. Our country was abused badly by a very incompetent person and a group of people that weren't incompetent, but they were radical left lunatics. And they ran the country with an auto pen. And I hope that law enforcement's looking at that very seriously. That's like a takeover of our country in a certain way, because this guy had no idea what he was doing. You saw that during the debate. You saw that in other cases. I mean, he had no idea. I saw it years ago. By the way, 40 years ago, he was bad 40 years ago. We're not just talking about
auto pen.
They always like to say age, but it's not age. I know people 88, 89, 92. Bernie Marcus, who just passed away, was 95. I spoke to him a year before. He was 100%. It's age, it's something else. But whatever it is, you can't have that in this country. The damage he's done to this country is unbelievable. But the good news is we've got much of it fixed already, and the rest of it will happen. Thank you all very much. Thank you.